Hey there, Chad here. Thanks for joining me. This is Rising Star 2 with my band, Everyone But Andy. And we have finally turned a corner and the band is starting to see a little bit of success. We're building up a little bit of a bank account. We are about to the end of October where we will see some attitudes change, but lately the attitudes have been kind of stable and working in our advantage. Early on, we struggled a lot. I could not get attitudes that were hanging around, and like the states next to each other that I had started in were all a jumble of mismatch, and it was horrible. We weren't doing very well at all. But 10 months later now, we're really starting to fire on all cylinders. It's a couple of months slower than normal for me, but it's not out of the question. And I think we're going to have some fun from this point forward. Now, I did make a couple of changes in the house, and the first one is I added this poster. This poster is a call out or a shout out to my friend Decathlon Gamer. Decathlon Gamer has started a Rising Star 2 series on his channel, and I hope you might consider checking it out. For those of you that don't know, and I've mentioned this at least once before, but Decathlon Gamer is a guy who gave me a lot of support when I was first starting to put videos together. He kind of helped me figure out what I needed to get started, and he encouraged me quite a bit. There were a couple of times, I hate to say that I almost hung it up. I don't know if that's entirely accurate, but he kind of helped me understand what to expect. And that when he did those things, the timing was fantastic, extremely helpful, and I'm indebted to him. So again, his name is Decathlon Gamer. And his channel focuses on a lot of the same kinds of games that I love playing. So I think if you check him out, you might find some things that you like. Okay, well, let's go ahead and move forward with what we have here with Everyone But Andy. And I think we're at a point where we should be practiced. We are not practiced up. Okay, I'm kind of remembering we have a couple of weekends coming up. Yeah, we have a couple of things this week, just 6 songs each. That's not going to be a problem. Few weeks off before we have another gig. And I was trying to do some locals, right? I was trying to do locals to bump up our local reputation to see how that might impact things for us going forward. But I think we're going to have to find some other places to play as well. It is Sunday. We got a few days to make that happen. Yeah, let's see how we do. For now, let's do the usual. Let's come in here, develop song ideas. I think we're mostly caught up here. It's just a lot of the big ticket items that we can't do a whole lot of. Here's a lot of 25s that are floating. I do want to check down here first. I kind of recall I was hurting for a couple of 25s or better last time we did some songwriting. Those are looking pretty good. We're down to 45 points. Got some 6s here to merge up, and there's another one. Okay, 21 points left. We can do a 10. There's a 10. Let's keep the 13 on that, though. There we go. Okay, well, that went better than expected, but we're going to go ahead and just practice at this point. Don't exactly remember where we are in our schedule. I think I took a week off from Rising Star. This might be the first new video in a week, and if that's the case, well, here you have it. But I will say I don't fully remember where we were standing when we were last practicing these things. I don't want to practice that one. It'll just suck away from the other two getting worked better. But this one probably will hit 100 anyway. Almost. It'll hit 98. So we'll have time. Oh, we don't have drumsticks for Topher. Yeah, he goes through the equipment, doesn't he? Gonna have to talk to him about that. Gonna have to see what is happening. As it should happen to be, the real Topher has a gig tonight. He's doing some jazz here locally, and I really hope he's having a good time with it today. So let's see. Stage presence, always valuable. Playing, writing music. Well, we can grab a few of those, and we'll grab a few of the stage presence. That will do. Okay. Do we want to play? Yeah. We'll grab a few of those. That should do it. I guess we're here. Let's check out cymbals and stuff. Playing is a +6. That is hard to pass up, and we have some cash. I think we have to take that, and maybe even take it twice. Not going to blow our entire wad on these, but that'll be helpful. What do we have for drum heads? Nothing magic for us, but he has a few sets that it looks like, well, we're not even using these though, are we? And there's 3 of those left. Stage presence +2, stage presence +3, but we have 4 of them left. So we do have a few of those. I think we'll be okay there. Okay, while we're here, might as well check out guitar strings and bass strings. We should be in pretty good shape on those, and that's looking okay there. And the bass. Bass strings are whoops, that's the wrong guy, isn't it? Bass strings are expensive. If you've ever had to buy bass strings. All right. Gonna go home. We're gonna practice. And maybe write a new song tomorrow so that we have a couple of things to work on for the rest of the week. Okay, MC5 recorded their live album Kick Out the Jams at Detroit's Grand Ballroom on this date in 1968. Experience will be tripled. And I got a tip from somebody in the comments, and that is that your experience on these days where we get triple, buying something in the art galleries can count as experience. I think I want to check that out. Let's go see. I really wasn't aware of that. And so I think that's an interesting little take. I unfortunately don't have anywhere to play that I'm aware of that's mode. Yep. Not surprising. We haven't been doing that a lot. Really only do it so that when these triple days come along, I can grab a few points and a few dollars at the same time, but that's okay. This is not going to break us, right? We are not living out of the van at this point, so that's good. Heck, we've even stepped up, bought a nice house. Okay, so let's look at this. We have a few things. I think we've been in an art museum before. Basically, you look at the art and you decide which one you want to buy and you get inspiration from it. I don't have that kind of money. Michigan Irish flag. Okay. Pretty music playing in the background, isn't it? Mushroom in Grass by Shady O'Grady. I've always liked this one. And you can get additional artwork on the workshop. Just something to note. I don't tend to go crazy over it, but let's go ahead and, yeah, why not? Let's see what happens. Wow, we got 500 points, $1 a point, or point a dollar, I guess, times 3. So that was actually worth it. I guess if we buy another one, it would do it again, or maybe it might only do one. Who knows? Let's find out. No, look at that. Okay, well, that is something to know. Buying artwork gives you experience and you can even level on it. So I know that going forward, and I will take advantage of it. All right. Well, Chad is our business guy, and we don't need him so much now that we have a manager, but it doesn't hurt. I'm going to go ahead and hit that for 1. We'll put 2 points here, a point in playing, and I'm down to either playing or writing music, and I think we're going to go with writing music. Yeah, we're going to go with writing music. So there we go. And out we go, and we're going to head home. Do we have anything else we want to do? I don't know that we have any songs to record right now. Is anything kind of hitting? A Smirk and a Pose is actually it has good buzz. That wouldn't be a bad. Oh, we do have a recording of it. It's just not on CD yet. Okay. Well, let's do this. All recorded. Everything down to here is recorded. So, all right. I think we'll pass on that for today. Let's go ahead and just head back. We'll do some repair. We'll write a song. Take the win. And it looks like we do have some stuff to try to repair. Our repair specialist is Angel. Usually I feel like there's a few more points invested at this point for me, and not this time. And I guess that's okay. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to destroy the base. So we're going to move on to something else. There's her 5 attempts and his 5 attempts. Nada. Nada. We're going to go after the keyboard here. We will need to get all that stuff repaired. Not a single hit there. That's too bad. Okay, and then we said we're going to write. Let's go see what else we have to develop, if anything. Buying artwork does give you some, not influence, but, oh, what's the word? Goodness. Inspiration. That's the word I wanted. So we gained some inspiration. I didn't see if anybody got a new song idea out of what we did there. I wasn't paying that close of attention. I was more interested in the experience they were going to be getting. So let's continue working on these melodies for now. Get them caught up. Nice. Yeah, we can do that. Okay, that was pretty good. Not too bad. 39 points, so we can do anything that is less than 20. Let's go that route. Hometown Pride, one of my favorites, down to 15 points, so we could do 6s. And now we can only do a 1. And there's 1 right there. That worked out well. Let's go construct a song. Want to look at our list real quick and remember what we have. So we currently have 6 yellow songs, 4 blue songs, and 14 red songs. That's not too bad, but we don't have too many hits, do we? So we're going to probably, I don't know, I think I want to go after a red song today. Feels like a good red song day. We're going to write one of those. So a high energy song is what we're going to go after. We will wait to name it once we know the category it's going to be in, but I'm kind of leaning towards climate change. There's a lot of those sitting out there. Let's see if we can make something work with climate change. Nope, look at that. Blew them all away. Just that one selection there. None of those are viable now. So let's close that one down. See if we've got anything else up here that's a 25 or so, just 20s. Take that one. We'll come back to those. Let's look at rhythm. If we could get a 25 in here, and we might be able to, that could make this work. Won't work with climate change, but it would work with hometown pride. I'm okay with that too. We have this 35 sitting there. What could we do with that? Coming of age, climate change, but we'd want 25 points. That's not going to happen here. That's a shame. Do we have any other 20s here? We do. There we go. Look at that. That all fit together. And in fact, we have overkill at this point. We can drop 10 points if we want. And maybe that isn't the worst idea. Save that 20 for another day. We could use Chad's 10 here. That would put us at 83 though. That's going to be a really technical song to play. Kiwi, kiwi, kiwi. Angel. Which way do we go? I think maybe we go with, let's drop down the difficulty. Still a 100-point song, but it's got 3 of us in here participating, so that's always good. It is a hometown pride song. So what do we have for names of hometown pride songs? How about Main Street Memories? You got to spell things right, though. There we go. Let's go with that, and we're going to write that one. And there it is. Last day of the month, it's Halloween. Look at that. Maybe we should go to a concert tonight if there is one. There's a couple of things we can go to. More bands may be added. Yeah, why not? Let's do the Family Arena. We're going to go do that one tonight. Boy, I'm still doing it, aren't I? There we go. And the family arena, you know what? We're going to have a designated driver for this one. Let's see what this concert's about. There are those pyrotechnics going off. You can hear that firing there. I think you'll see it right there. There they are. That's what happens when you hire a pyrotechnician on your gigs. You get those when you're in big theaters. They don't do that in bars. It probably has something to do with Whitesnake. Okay. Well, that's kind of what we expected. Wanted some happiness and inspiration out of it more than anything.
It's a nice, cool night.
It is a nice, cool night, but we're going to go home. There we go. And we did just write a new song. Let's go ahead and do some practicing. Normally, I would try to practice 3 songs. We've only got 2 that really need it. So we're going to do that for now. And then we're going to look and see what the attitude changes are. So we currently have spontaneity, life, and technology is good in Missouri, but it is bad everywhere else, if I recall. Something certainly is missing because there's always going to be 3 national and then 1 local. So I think that's the one that's kind of being duped there. So let's find out. Hey, but booking us local gigs. He couldn't find anything. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sure something will turn up. Let's see what changed, if anything. Spontaneity, instrumental, and technology. Okay, so I think was it life? Life fell off the radar here. Boy, it was 10 seconds and I wasn't expecting the call from Kelvin, so I kind of let it fall right out of my head. But nonetheless, we see what we're up against now. Instrumentals are popular. Unfortunately, our lyrics are really one of the strong points that drive up our song qualities. We're really good with our lyrics. So not sure we're going to be able to write a 100-point instrumental just yet. To do that, you basically need to use 3 35s, right? That's how that math works. And I'm certain I don't have those just yet. But I think we can maybe go ahead. Well, you know what? We should practice everything. We need to make everything current. Let's do that tonight. So we're going to say select all. Yeah, we're going to do that. And we'll be good for the weekend then. There it is. I think maybe another thing I want to do is we're going to hit the map. And so Illinois is up on Hometown Pride right now. That's actually really good for us. Let's go to Carbondale. Haven't been there in a while. Let's see if we can find somewhere to play. Well, we're not going to play there. That you have to get your manager to book, but we can try this place. How are we looking here? I don't remember what our reputation is in Carbondale. I just remember it was low.
What's up?
And we apparently haven't played here, or at least long enough that it's fallen off. So let's see if we can sign up for something. Well, I don't want to do tomorrow because we have something there, but we could do next week. And it's not going to pay, but we're going to get to exercise a few songs. So let's give that a shot. And there it is. And then maybe we can go and see if there's somewhere we can play next Saturday as well. Carbondale is not exactly my favorite location to go and play at, but it's close by and we can make it work. Let's go over to a block this way. Hopefully that's a mid-level one. It is the short look. Yeah, I think we only really blew through Carbondale when we were trying to get some of those battles of the bands completed.
Howdy.
Howdy. They have an opening next week. We can take a look at that, and it pays. Okay, well, that's good. Might as well take that. It is not going to bankroll us for our tour of Europe or anything like that, but it's money. Getting paid to play. That's what we're really going for, you know? All right, let's get out of there, and we're going to go ahead and go home. We are going to practice and be ready for tomorrow's gig. And there we go. Okay. So we wrote a song. We have 2 songs to still work on. Let's go ahead and do that. we'll get this one for sure. We'll be up to speed. We'll be ready to play hard choices and see what how that one works out for us. And it's at Barbara's watering hole. So let's take a quick peek at what we have or haven't played. 80 people have heard that song. Well, Barbara's is going to be about the same. This one nobody has heard yet because we just finished it. 215. Okay, Small Town Hero. We want to make sure to get that one in. And it looks like most of the rest of these have some time under their belt, so that's great. Okay, let's go do it. Barbara's watering hole. I think we have a decent reputation here. I don't think we've maxed it yet. Nope, we're at 9. It's maybe not quite as high as I thought it would be, but that's okay. And let's check out spontaneity. Okay. What else? Nada. Spontaneity. Spontaneity. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. And spontaneity. Spontaneity instrumental. Okay. We are going to play our gig. We're going to clear that list. I don't think anything is verboten right now. I hope we're in pretty good shape. So let's look at date written and not play the top one. So Small Town Hero, we're going to lead with that one. We're going to follow it up with Wild Impulse, which hasn't had a lot of time. Hard Choices. These Years, all new stuff. Maybe we'll just do another yellow. We'll probably be calling it really close here. We'll toss one out that they'll really love. And it's kind of throwaway. If they crash, they crash. That's fine. Well, let's see what happens. Good chance they're going to crash on that one. Okay. Not a lot on that first one or the second one for that matter. And then, of course, Topher broke a drum head. We talked about that, didn't we? I think we are definitely going to do drum tech first. I don't think there's any alternative to that. Well, we're going to skip the last song, although I don't think we get any feedback on it. That might have been a mistake. Probably should have gone ahead and played the last one. Audience interest level, gig of 90, and we got to 30%. That is horrible. Just when I thought I'd turned a corner. They don't like that one at all. Yipes. Okay, well. Yeah, what are you going to do? Okay, well, we didn't really get feedback. This went down. That wouldn't happen. It went down because of the drum head. So we'll have to play again to see what happens there. But I have a feeling we see one song that's going to be taking a quick departure. We'll give it one more shot. And we should be all practiced up. Well, we can get this one ready to go. Let's go ahead and do that. Small Town Hero really, really crashed and burned. I don't believe I just did that. Fortunately, it didn't impact me. I accidentally clicked that song. I was not thinking, but we were able to practice the other one all the way up. So we're good to go. And we were playing at the Humble Head tonight. There we go. We're going to play our gig. Yeah, let's toss. I'm going to toss out Melissa, I think. And we're going to toss in Main Street Memories, but we're going to change this up a little bit. Hopefully we get through the whole set. That random number generator's really been rotten. Okay, well, so far a little better. Okay, what do we got? All right. Endorsement pay, $4. Well, that's paid like per 1,000 or something like that of onlookers. So That's not at all surprising. I am a little surprised. Well, I was hoping we'd gain a little popularity with at least one of our songs, and we did not. Okay, so this audience liked this song a little better. It's curious to me. That's a real big difference, though. That's 2 spots and nothing changed. So not sure what to think of that. Only 9% here, though. That's not much at all. And this yellow song got 15, which is good. This one got 14, which is good. This one, what, 13? 14 on that first song. Only 10 for Main Street Memories. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I maybe don't have to pitch this one just yet, but that is really weird. Usually 2 on your first time playing it, that just usually is going to stick with you. More people viewing this one, although usually that makes it harder, not easier. So I don't know. It's just weird. Well, we're ready for Sunday. Let's see how our album is doing when we go to the overnight. But I think first we're going to write another song. We'll develop some ideas, trying to get back in the habit of doing that more regularly. Hey, look at that. Oh boy, that's always fun. We just keep bouncing the same one up. Okay. And it seems we can always merge lyrics. So not seeing a whole lot. So we'll go down to lyrics. We can do 10s in lyrics. Let's go that direction with this one. And now we can just do some 1s. And there might not be any to do. Not really seeing any. Nope. Looks like we're good. Okay. Well, let's start with a 25 down here. Give ourselves a little bit better start than we've been working with. And if we can do a 20 or, well, there's a 35. Look at that. Oh, hey, we have instrumentals are really popular right now, aren't they? Although that 35 really, really kills it. There's not a whole lot of solid, strong pieces to go with that just yet. So, I mean, the best we have here anyway is a 20. So the highest we'd be able to do is a 90 with that being the case. I don't think we're going to go after an instrumental just yet. And we ended up not doing a climate change song. We did a hometown pride song last time. And I thought I saw 35s for climate change. I guess I saw them for coming of age. Is that what we did? And I just misread it or something? I don't know. All right, let's just move on. Come down here, grab one of these 25s. Let's go with this one, and then we'll go to rhythm. Could try this. We are just not going to be able to make it into a instrumental, but we still can get a really quality song. We only need a 25, and technology is on the not list nationally. Any other 25s down here? Nope. So it coming of age song it is. Yep, I think that's how we're going to go with this one. Energy level. Well, our red songs aren't like screaming, are they? So let's go ahead and stick with red, and we're going to go with spring to summer. I always think of school coming to an end as about that time period, right? Here in the United States, we consider the beginning of summer to be late June. So school technically ends in most places in the spring, but we call it summer break. Well, because I guess we're off for most of the summer, right? There we have it. So spring to summer. Okay, well, we fell 100 positions. That's not unexpected. We only sold 2,500. That's interesting, I guess. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Better than selling 0, right? We didn't play a whole lot. We didn't do any big gigs at all. He's looking for gigs. Hey, he found a couple of gigs for us, and we are going to take them. We are going to take them. This is a 9-song one. Just want to get our music out in front of some people. And in the middle of the week, that's always added bonus. Okay, well, then we just played through that week. Let's go ahead and end this episode, and we will pick up right here in the next. I want to thank you for your time. Hope you're enjoying Rising Star 2. Please give a like and a subscribe if you don't mind. I would love to have you as a subscriber to my channel. It does help me out, and it helps that algorithm, and it helps us continue to bring great content because we can kind of see what people are interested in. So until next time, their travels.